Everybody wins and everybody loses. So stop wasting your time worrying about losing and just go out there and start taking action. You don't have to let external reality dictate your internal reality. When you let your internal reality reflect what you really want, your external reality will start to match that. You are meant to play this life at your full potential. So let's embrace that unknown, build that self-trust, build that self-confidence. Let's see what you're made of. Hi, this is Jason Dries. Welcome to the Do the Impossible podcast. Have you ever noticed that change can be difficult? Have you ever noticed that change can be difficult? Like change, we're all working on going somewhere and doing something. We're all working on that. Have you noticed that change is difficult? And have you ever wondered, why is change so difficult? Why is it so difficult to change? Why can't I make a decision and change? I've noticed there's some areas in my life where I can make changes constantly. For me in business, it's constantly easy to change. Other areas, some habits are hard to change, even though I want to, like waking up early in the morning. I don't like waking up in the morning. Call myself a night owl, whatever reason you want to add to that. But changing some areas has always been hard for me. Some areas, change happens fast, consistently, and easy. In some areas, no matter what I do, it doesn't change. A lot of times you'll hear the cliche statement of letting go. You got to let go. But why is letting go so difficult? Why is it so difficult? Like, it isn't letting go difficult? Clearly, letting go has to be difficult because we repeat ourselves over and over again. When the journey of a human being is growth, we continually repeat ourselves over and over again. Sometimes we get stuck. Creatures of habit, you call ourselves. But what really is preventing becoming the new? What I'm finding in a lot of the work that I'm doing with clients is the resistance to becoming the thing that's actually preventing becoming the new is really letting go of the old. And if we look into kind of the process, right? When you are going from here to here, let's say, for example, going from A to B, you can have resistance to doing the work that the change requires. So resistance prevents the change. Resistance can also occur to the result. Now, that sounds silly, and you may say, that's ridiculous, Jason. Why would I be resisting the result I actually wanted? I'm working hard to get it. Where resistance to this result usually shows up, it's subconscious. So, for example, I have clients who want to make more money. I want to make more money. Yes, I'm working to make more money. But yet a part of them believes that some percentage out of 100, maybe 10%, but part of them believes that rich people are greedy. So if you're trying to make more money and you believe rich people are greedy, well, you're all tangled up. There's resistance there. You can also have resistance to letting go of the starting point. When you are surrounded by people, you could have coworkers, and money is the easy example. So you can have coworkers and you could be complaining about the boss. You could be complaining about your pay. And there's community there. And if you started making money, how would those old work friends treat you? So sometimes we can be losing things. Growth, moving from A to B starts to create loss, where we can actually start to lose things and then creates resistance to it. One thing I've learned is that resistance creates change. Resistance occurs in the mind, in the emotions, comes from the past, comes from your social conditioning, comes from what you were taught when you grew up, comes from your schooling, comes from all your lessons, your parents, how they taught you everything. Resistance comes up and stops the process. So what's the opposite of resistance? The opposite of resistance is openness. Open. Man. What's it like trying to be open in today's world? Is this world where like the average attention span of a person is like 2 seconds because of social media today? It's ridiculous. Being open today is a challenge. And being open is a challenge because you've got so much going on. You've got so much work happening. You've got so many demands on your time. So we end up being rigid in certain areas, and that stops our progress. So if we really start to think about what prevents the movement, we know resistance does. And sometimes that resistance shows up in a resistance to feel a new way. And a lot of times that new way that we're feeling, that we're resisting, is actually feeling nothing. Yes. One of the things we resist feeling is we resist feeling nothing. What is nothing? Nothing is the unknown. When I say the word unknown, how does that make you feel? What does that make you think? Does that unknown go, yes, I love that? Or, oh my God, it's terrifying. We love these. We certainly love the unknown on birthdays, but not on when you get a letter from the IRS. So the unknown is the unknown. And we like to kid ourselves and think we can control the future. But we can't. We literally have zero control of anything beyond this moment besides ourselves. You could have an amazing life and win a lotto ticket, or you could get hit by a bus. Like literally, we have no control. And we really don't like to tap into that because it's terrifying. But the fact of the matter is, the future is unknown. And what happens a lot of times with change is that when we are thinking we want to change, when we're in a place of feeling, usually feeling bad or feeling the want of something else. So you can be feeling bad, not having what you want. So there's point A can feel bad. And when you start moving to point B, the first step to moving from point A to point B is to get into alignment by getting out of resistance. So the resistance itself has feelings associated with either the reaction to the situation or the actual resistance to what is in that moment. As you counter that resistance and that reaction, you go from resistance and reaction to neutral. Neutral doesn't have any feelings. So you go from this feeling, which may have not been good, and this place that you may have not wanted to be, to a place of blank. And while it's a relief to not feel the negative emotions or the frustrations or the resistance or the reaction to the place you were, once we're in the blank for a little bit, once the relief of not feeling bad goes away, we're now in the blank, we're now in the unknown. What happens for most people is that transition point of feeling unknown and embracing the future is where they realize they're not comfortable in the unknown. So what's the most known thing they have? That's right. They go right back to that old pattern. Even though it's disempowering, it's not where they want to be, they go right back to that because that's known. Even though it's uncomfortable, it's known discomfort. And most people will take known discomfort over unknown feeling nothing. I see it all the time with clients. A client will work hard. They'll be wound up around money. Hey, I have some resistance to money. I read a book about money. Okay, now I feel nothing. And they feel different. They're open. They're aligned. They look at their life. They don't see the money yet. So they think it's clearly not working. So they automatically go back to, well, that's not working. This new way of being isn't working. So I might as well just go back to that because this isn't working. As a side note, money is a process. So even when you get out of resistance to money and you get feeling in the unknown, there's still the process. And it's not like that with money. It happens with a lot of things. Hey, I've changed. I was in resistance. I was unhappy. I was in reaction. Now I'm in this space of it's not that way. Okay, where's my stuff? Where's my results? And far too often, instead of exploring the new point of view and embracing the unknown, we actually go back to what's known, the known discomfort. Hey, it's Jason. If you're a struggling entrepreneur and you're ready to level up your income, fill out this form right here because I can help you do that. This 20-minute call will help unlock a higher level version of your success, and it's directly with me. Click this link right now to get started. So, what's the answer here? Do you want to repeat the same thing over and over again? Or are you going to face the fact that that unknown, that openness, that unknown, that blank space will test your fears, your beliefs, your faith, your alignment? Because when you get into blank, unknown, pure creation, yes, that's when your expectations kick in. Your, what I call your frame, kicks in. Your frame is the frequency of you. Your global frame, your global beliefs, your global expectations will then start to kick in. What do you believe about the unknown? What do you believe about creating on your own? What do you believe about being in this space? And if you haven't done the work to realign that, you will consistently repeat yourself over and over again. Because where you want to be is in the unknown, having self-trust, self-confidence, self-validation from yourself so that you can continue marching forward in the new. Because what's the alternative? The alternative is repeating the same thing over and over again. So do you want to live with the discomfort of growth and expansion and you getting stretched and pushed to find a way to trust yourself fully and love yourself and accept yourself? Do you want to feel the discomfort of that process, or you want to feel the discomfort of being average over and over again? Do you want an expanding life, or do you want a declining life? You want to be on offense? Do you want to be on defense? It's pretty clear what the answer is, yeah? Yes. You need to breathe. You see me breathe all the time. The reason I breathe all the time, because breathing is the number one way to get into alignment. The fact is, we shift frequencies all the time. What the hell does that mean? Your body is made of atoms. So is mine. So is this microphone. It's pure energy. This life we live in is made of energy. It responds to you. Life responds to you based on the frequency of you. Most people live their life having a reaction to this physical reality. That reaction to the present moment, which is technically the result of their past, because the present is a result of the past, not an indicator of the future. So the average person looks at their life today, has an emotional reaction to it, and from there tries to create. And they do that over and over again. They're literally reacting to what they just created, and they're repeating the cycle over and over and over again. So what discomfort do you want? The discomfort of growth and expansion, or the discomfort of repeating over and over again? Where is an area in your life that needs to change? Where is that area that in your life that needs to change right now? Are you ready to stop resisting your process of growth and expansion? It's why you're here. You're here for this growth. You're here for this expansion. So lean into it. Lean into it. Embrace it. Being average sucks. You are not put on this planet to be average. You are not put on this planet to be a copy of someone else. There's like 7.9 billion people here. Do you think we're all supposed to be the same? No. You are here to be the unique expression of you. So maybe today is the day we start embracing that journey into the unknown. And we start changing our frame, our belief, our expectations about what that unknown space means for us. Because when you go into the unknown, you can succeed and you can fail. Success and failure are both parts of the process. Life is a process. Can you conquer your fear of the unknown? Because let's just imagine for a second. What if you loved the unknown? Just like on your birthday party. You're at a birthday and you got this birthday party and you got presents and your friends and family and your loved ones are there and you see this stack of presents and you're just super excited. Now, can you live with that same amount of excitement right now about your life moving forward? You can, because you can do anything you choose to do. It's simply a belief about the situation. You have different beliefs about your birthday presents than you do the economy. And how is that economy thing affecting you right now? How are you feeling about what's going on in the world right now? Is your faith and trust and certainty that you live with, do you create that internally? Or is it based on external validation of what works for you? Because I'll tell you, most people that I've seen who are struggling are reacting to a physical reality and allowing that physical reality to impact their frequency, to impact themselves. They're looking outside at other people having problems and they say, oh man, I'm going to have problems too. Which is the biggest crock. Most people around me, the past 2 years have been the best 2 years of their life. Doesn't matter, pandemic, COVID, irrelevant. You create your reality. You live in the world that you create. So can you create that inner strength, that inner success, that inner drive, that inner trust, and that inner passion? Can you release that? Passion's already there. Can you release that passion to live your life however you want to, regardless of what's going on right now? Because any day of the week, there are people winning and people losing. And everybody wins and everybody loses. So stop wasting your fucking time worrying about losing and just go out there and start taking action. Take action now. You don't have to let external reality dictate your internal reality. When you let your internal reality reflect what you really want, your external reality will start to match that. So maybe you need to take a few moments after this and define what it means for you to live in the unknown and to choose a new belief about what you believe about the unknown and choose a new belief about what the economy means to you or interest rates means to you. Because I'll tell you, we flash forward 2 years, there's going to be some people who made a lot of money and were very successful right now. Is that going to be you or someone else? It's going to be those other people. Who's it going to be? What do you got? What are you made of? What do you've got? Are you ready to dig down into that? Are you ready to dig in and face that? Are you ready to grab on to life and give it what you've got? Are you ready? Because if you're not, you're just sitting there. You're waiting. Life does not happen by waiting. Now, you may be able to feed your family getting base hits and bunting, but you are not meant to do that. You are meant to hit home runs. You are meant to play this life at your full potential. At your full potential. So let's embrace that unknown. Let's build that self-trust. Let's build that self-confidence. And see what you can do. Let's see what you're made of. Not because of the success you get. Now, the success from playing at the level of greatness is great. It is nice. But I'll tell you, nothing is as satisfying as giving it all you've got. Nothing. I'm Jason Dries. This is the Do the Impossible podcast. Thank you for listening. To learn more or to get help implementing any of this, visit jasondriescoaching.com. I'll see you soon.